As you saw the previous week, I picked up some great stuff. Oh, wait a minute. You didn't see previous week because my GoPro didn't work. It's not really a GoPro. It's one of those, I don't know, I found it at a thrift store of all things. Trying to do something different, do the video with the mount and all, and show you all the wonderful things that I found last week yard selling. But I guess I didn't set it up correctly, and it didn't record. And what it did record was just little cuts and splurts. So I don't have any footage from last week. So as we travel around for this week, we'll go over what I found last week. We'll start with the most profitable item. It's going to be these. These are their I-Series waterproof cases. They're rolling. This is the most profitable item from last week. I paid $15 a piece for these. I've actually already sold these. I put these up on Facebook Marketplace, and I sold them for $80 a piece. So 15 to what's that, 160, pretty and great profit. Side note, if you remember from a number of videos, I talked about these golf clubs. I sold all of these golf clubs for $75. And actually the guy gave me an extra $5 because I met him down the road. I usually don't like to meet other than at my storage building where there is, cameras and people and all that stuff. But he gave me an extra $5 to meet him down the road at some restaurant that he was at. So I actually made $80 for these. I was going to take these to the resale shop that buys golf clubs and things like that, but I never got around to it. And but they did sell for $80. Next, I have these Oakley Desert boots. So these boots were issued to soldiers who were, deployed in, I believe, probably more than likely the Middle East somewhere. Anyways, the person I bought these from, they were issued to them when they were in the military. They actually got 2 pair, never wore these, so I picked up these. I paid up for them based upon some of the comps that I saw. So I paid $30 for them. I tried to get them, they had 2 pairs, but the other pair was kind of used. They had some scuffs and scrapes on them, but they didn't want to come off the price of $30 a piece for them, so I only bought the one. Next, I got these 2 Zippo lighters. Zippo lighters are very collectible. Most of them have a decent value when you get a hold of them. And I believe both of these are sold already. I believe one sold for $30 and another one sold for $20. Anytime you find a Zippo that's got some type of theme to it, these ones had Marines on it. I find the themed ones sell quicker than the plain ones that are just brushed aluminum, brass, or something like that. With these ones, military, certain types of advertisements, things like that. Sports teams, you find Zippos like that with those types of logos and themes on them, and you can get them for a cheap price. I pick them up. At the same sale, I got these paintball markers. They were $5 a piece. They were in working condition. All the parts move. I played paintball years ago, so I know what to look for. One of these is a decent brand. Sells for $20 to $30. It's not a high-end brand, but it is still a brand that people buy. These other 2 brands, that off-brand I had never heard of. Tried to put these up on Facebook Marketplace, but apparently you can't put paintball guns on Facebook Marketplace. I did not know that. So I need to find a different outlet to be able to sell these. I paid $15 a piece for them, and I'm pretty sure that I can probably at least double my profit and get anywhere from $30 to $50 for all 3. Next, brand new in the box, Panasonic home phone system, $5 as I paid for this one. Again, you saw from my last video, I picked up a used one. This one's new in the box for $5. Even though this is a week later, I still have not looked up the value of this, but I mean, new in the box Panasonic phone, still sealed and everything. I'm pretty sure that it's going to be worth more than $5. At the same sale, I got these fly fishing reels. I don't know much about fly fishing reels, but I know when he wants $5 for 3 of them and they're older and they're got a vintage look for them, that's a deal. One is a J.C. Higgins. I know that name. It's a known name in fishing gear. The other one is the other two are Sears and Roebuck. Cool thing about the Sears and Roebuck one is one of them has a manual, or there's a manual for one of them, and the box that the reels are in is for one of those as well. So I've got 3 reels, J.C. Higgins, and I got these 2. One's going to have a box and manual, other one's just going to be by itself. All right, again, paid $5 for all 3. And then the last thing is this Department 56 Snowman tea set. This looks new. However, there's a lot of people who take Christmas items out and display them and then put them back in the same box. So I'm probably not going to sell it as new. But I'll put some comps up here. But again, $5. Department 56 is a very well-known Christmas brand. So anytime I see this stuff and it's cheap enough, I pick it up. I don't know as much about this as I should, because I do see a lot of this type of stuff, but I tend to not necessarily skip it over. But if it ain't super cheap, I don't pick it up. But I know there's some that you can pay, $20-30 for, that are worth, several $100s. And so I need to do a little more buying of Department 56 and a little more research into it, because there is a good amount of profit in this brand. So those were my pickups from last week. Hopefully the GoPro will work this week. If not, we'll go back to using my fancy phone setup here to get our footage. So let's see what we find this week. First sale of the day. I picked up this lot of DVDs, again, the Simpsons series, as well as some concert DVDs from Grateful Dead, Bob Dylan, and The Who, also the Rolling Stones down here. I paid $5 for this lot. They vary in comps. I'll kind of scroll a few right here. Again, $5. I always try to pick up like box sets, season sets, things like that. And then sometimes iconic bands, some of their performances on DVDs could be really valuable. So I picked all these up for $5. Picked up this golf club for, there we go, $5. It is hopefully I don't smash anything here, Callaway Golf. I know that's a good brand. Watching a few different YouTubers. I'm trying to get into golf clubs, and I know brands like Callaway, TaylorMade, Ping, I think Nike as well is a good brand of clubs to pick up. So this is $5. I know to stay away from metal shafts, so this is a graphite or something like that type of shaft. So again, $5. Don't really know the comps. I'll scroll them here for you. Hopefully it's more than $5. At the next sale, I picked these up. These are from, I believe, I did look them up. These are from the mid-90s Playmobil figures and things like that. They are complete. They're older. The newer ones, of course, are kind of cheaper, but I'm taking a gamble because they're kind of older. The reason I bought it was this one, this nativity set one. That's kind of the reason why I bought it, and because it is complete. It does have everything. I did make sure it did have everything when I went through it. So again, it's an older set, and I'm assuming it does have some value. I guess I'll scroll some for you right here. Next pickup it's a Halloween blow up. It's one of those ones people put out in the front yard, plug it in and blows it up. I do need to take it out and test it. Next stop, picked up some brand new in the sealed Sony CDRs. Got these for $3, and I found a random controller. I'm gonna lock this with my other PS2 that from the last video, so I have 2 controllers for the PS2. This yard sale was, I don't know, I want to say strange, but they had all these movie posters. They were all vinyl, some of like real thick cardboard and paper, things like that. I'm not very knowledgeable on that stuff. There were some people standing around. They were still putting them out. I heard people asking for prices on them, and I just say this: I'm glad that I wasn't interested in that, because it seemed like it'd be very difficult to buy those, if you know what I mean. It just seemed very wishy-washy, very, I don't know, maybe this, maybe that. It would have been real difficult to try to make any type of deal. It seems like the guy was real knowledgeable about what he had, and he might have been asking some higher prices. I don't know. I'm not knowledgeable about these movie posters. I do know there's some value in them, but condition, what it is, the theme, the movie, the year. There's all these like things that go within it that I'm just not knowledgeable about, so I didn't even want to bother with it. Always a fast and quick seller. TDK brand new DVDRs, $2 on it. Comps are in the 20s for them. Pair of speed cycling shoes. They look brand new, never used. They're for people who do like long distance cycling and things like that. They're specialized shoes for locking into the cycle. There's a part that's supposed to go here, but they didn't have it, so they used it on their new pair of shoes. But I think that they're pretty cheap. But hey, $1, and I think I saw some comps from like 30 to 40. These are brand new, but it doesn't have a tag or anything, so I'll probably just sell them as used. Last video I said make sure you ask for particular things. This last sale that I went to, again, didn't really have much I was looking for. Clothes, shoes, newer toys, things like that. That stuff that I think, for me is the stuff I'm looking for. So I asked for any video games, and he said, I got something inside. I didn't want to bring it out. Anyway, so I got a DS Lite with the pen. Always make sure that they have these little stylus pens. That's, what kind of gets you the top dollar for it. Game Boy Advance. Then I got a bunch of games to go with them. Just kind of fun. Probably just going to toss this one. Looks like a dog chewed on this one. Anyway, so I'm probably going to toss that one. Poor Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Anyways, however, the thing that kind of put the deal over the top, Pokemon Sapphire. Put some comps here for you. Again, it's a pretty valuable game. Of course, in working condition, all that. Oh yeah, I got all the cords, the charging cords and all that stuff too. So $100 for all this. The game and the consoles, the systems themselves. One of the consoles in the game will get me that back plus more. And then everything after that is profit. Oh yeah, there's a sealed game that came with it too, Ultimate Band. So, and I believe I have the handheld thing for this already, so I'll probably lock this game with that handheld, and increase the profit on that as well. That's going to do it for us for this week. Clouds were rolling in. I got some other stuff to do. If I come across any sales, I'll cut them in somewhere in the video. But that's going to wrap this up for again. Hopefully you enjoyed these pickups. Hopefully you learned something. If you did, put it in the comments below. Comment below if you learned something, or showed you an item that you didn't know that you should be looking for. With that, have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.